Hi guys, welcome to another week of English 1B Online. I am so excited to hear that many of you are enjoying the act of reading a play. If you didn't already know, I myself was in quite a few plays. I grew up loving theater, I still love theater, I go to the theater as much as possible, and so reading plays has been just something I've kind of always done. I know it's very different than reading poems and reading short stories, and definitely different than reading novels or Facebook blogs or posts. So it's a different experience, but I'm glad to hear so many of you enjoyed those short reads last week. I'm sorry I wasn't in the discussion area very often, but I did get a chance to finish reading and grading your poetry essays. Yay! So if you haven't already done so, please go to your grade book over here where it says grades and click on, it says poetry essay or poetry analysis paper. Click on that where you'll see my feedback, but more specifically, click on the rubric that I attached to your paper. That's where I put all of my suggestions for improvement or corrections, my response to your paper. If you have questions about how you were graded, let me know, because that feedback will carry on to all of our writing assignments. So this week, we're looking more at plays before we write our next analysis paper. So let's click on modules here and scroll down. I love plays so much, I couldn't just pick one play for you. In the past with this class, I often asked people just to read one particular play, and I just felt like it wasn't enough. So I've given you multiple options. Oedipus Rex is like the classic tragic hero, but there's also things like The Crucible, which is more modern, based on past events. I also gave you some of William Shakespeare's work. Here, let's go to the tragic hero page, and I'll show you all the ones that I'm allowing you to read this week. So option one is The Crucible. You've probably all heard of the Salem witch trials before. That's what The Crucible is based on, and it's an amazing look at mental illness and deception and morality, and how lust and breaking the marriage bond can really destroy a person. So that's a great tragic hero story. Oedipus the King, again, that's kind of like the epitome of the tragic hero. Oedipus, it's probably, I think, our oldest written piece of literature in existence. It is based on one man. It's prophesied that when he grows up, he will murder his father and marry his mother. In an attempt to avoid that prophecy, his parents send him off, but unfortunately, the prophecy comes true. It's very disturbing, but also kind of one of my favorites. Option number three is Death of a Salesman. Great response to a tragic hero's reach for the American dream that he can't ever quite seem to get. Othello is my ultimate favorite book or favorite play of William Shakespeare's. It's basically about interracial marriage. So an African male married a Caucasian female, and the black man was a king. So it was very looked down upon, and there's all this irony and jealousy and deceit, and I won't give away the ending, but it's a tragedy. And then Hamlet. You guys are probably familiar with Hamlet, another one of Shakespeare's great works, and kind of the same themes as Othello. So madness and insanity, of course, are kind of at the top of that list with Hamlet and how he sees his father's ghost and all that good stuff. So read one of those plays, not all of them. Pick one that kind of intrigues you the most. I gave a little bit of a background on each one and answered those questions here in our discussion area. That answer will help you shape your next writing assignment, but it's also a chance for you to teach your classmates about the play that you read. Because if you only read Hamlet, you're not going to know about these other great plays. So reading what your other classmates wrote about is hopefully a great way for us to be exposed to a lot of different dramatic literature. There. That next page is the essay assignment. So again, you have my feedback on your first essay on short stories. You have my feedback on your second essay on poetry. Now I want you to work on your third essay assignment about drama, about one particular full-length play. Please don't write about one of the short plays that we talked about last week. This needs to be about the longer play that you've chosen to read this week. All right, so that's what we're doing. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know, and I look forward to seeing you guys online.